It wouldn't matter if I hate DataJack. It wouldn't matter if it was the worst game ever, since it's completely free, and most of you watching this can download and start playing this game within 10 minutes. I couldn't say it was bad value. And besides it being free, it's also a fantastic game. It's an unabashed love letter to 90s PC gaming, combining an awesome hodgepodge of classics like Deus Ex, System Shock, Syndicate, and maybe even a little Armored Core. It's a cyberpunk's dream that has more content than most independent titles on Steam, and it was made by a single guy over 5 years who again released it for free. It's the classic dystopia. It's the near future, and there are no governments or nations, only corporations vying for power using contractors like you to fulfill their goals. You'll undertake missions that involve sabotage, assassinations, theft, and a bit of mayhem. Dangerous and difficult? Hell yeah, but it pays well, so it's all good. You begin in your apartment with a crappy pistol, low-level hacking equipment, and your weak mortal body. But you can quickly accept the different contracts offered by either one of 3 organizations, all of which are kind of crappy in a moral sense and totally hypocritical and shady in the practical sense. You have a couple dozen levels to go through and complete, with 3 different endings. Your objectives revolve around killing, destroying, or stealing something, then returning to the entry point. It's the exact same system seen in Syndicate, though a lot less frustrating since there's a blissful absence of escort missions, which is good since the AI kind of sucks here. Now, this is already fine and dandy, but what makes the entire game kick-ass is that you can accomplish your goals in whatever fashion suits you. Do you want to go in all guns blazing, killing everything that gets in your way with the subtlety of a nuclear bomb? Sure. Do you want to sneak in, carefully disabling the turrets and bypassing the cameras? Absolutely. The thing is though about DataJack is that you need to know what the hell you're doing early on, which isn't easy. It's a pretty brutal game for newcomers. Finding the best equipment, what actually matters, and how to not to die immediately is mostly trial by fire. But as soon as you figure it out, it's amazing. Here's some advice. Upgrade your software from the info broker as soon as possible. By God, being able to disable a camera, open a door, makes life so much easier. Now, you make money in missions, but you'll be deducted pay if you go over the acceptable levels of death and destruction you cause. Doesn't make much sense as you're being contracted by a ruthless organization, but whatever. You'll also have to compensate for the damage you sustained during a mission. Your health doesn't just replenish after a contract. Instead, you'll need to go to a clinic where they take out the shrapnel for a fee. It becomes pretty apparent that you have squat in terms of money. Even after the best of contracts, you'll still be dirt poor, more or less, so you have to choose early on with what playstyle you're going to use. It's quite freeform though, there's no classes or levels, just better stuff. The thing is though, some investments are completely worthless, and unlike Armored Core or Syndicate, you can't trade them back in. There's a ton of weapons, but you only need an assault rifle and a pistol, and you're good to go for every combat situation. I've already explained how important it is to upgrade your hacking software, but upgrading your deck, which quickens the hacking speed, is kind of worthless. Upgrade your legs to run faster? Cool. Upgrade your chest to take more damage. Okay, then what's the point of body armor? I'll be blunt, combat and stealth are both crap, thanks to the lame AI. Unalarmed enemies just waltz around with zero pathfinding, with making sneaking by out of the question. And when enemies are alerted, they just rush into your position, where you can sit back and stunlock them by continually firing away. Ammo consumption? There is none. All your weapons have infinite ammo, so no problems there. And since it was made by one guy, there are a few bugs, and clipping on the environment will piss you off, especially in combat. Am I sounding too critical? Okay, I'll take a step back and say this game is great. How many games do you know that use this template of some of the greatest games ever made and expand on them? Don't want to invest into hacking cameras? Then just blow them up. Yes, it has destructible environments. Review over. The game is free, though really hard to begin with. Get it. And no, it isn't on early access.